Or we could just start recording. That'll be fine. We're going to lower the volume of this down a little. And do I need... I don't know if I need to do that, because it'll just be on there. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. So, as a creative exercise, we're going to try to think of different characters or personas we could do, because I would love to do D&D one of these days. I just haven't found people to do it with, or the time to do it with people. So... well, just as a speaking exercise, I need to come up with characters that I can go into. I'd like to play D&D at one point, maybe even be a DM. I don't have the confidence for that right now. But I watch a lot of D&D podcasts, and I enjoy the crap out of them. So, maybe I need to just start making up characters and speaking like I'm a D&D character, and maybe I could figure out how to switch between a couple of them quickly and just get some practice with it. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to make people laugh later. So, I'm putting together a small list on my other monitor, and we're gonna see what we get. Let me just do this real quick. So, I'll start off with my four main book characters. So, Ethan, Nathan, Elora, Alyssa. I should probably switch Ethan and Nathan, because Nathan really should be first. Nathan is gonna be the... it's basically just me, but fairly energetic and clumsy. Hyper energetic, somewhat clumsy, pure of heart character. Ethan, on the other hand, is going to be... I want to be more calm, collected, or at least calculated person. Be more scheming and a little more dark. Very defensive, I guess, is another way to describe it. Very defensive. Defensive and protective. Well, Nathan needs to be protective too. Elora's gonna be hard, because Allura and Alyssa are both going to be hard because they're girls, and I don't feel comfortable doing that just yet. But we'll get there eventually. Allura is a curious and clever, soft-spoken noble. And maybe she's supposed to be an elf, so maybe I need to try to do like a Welsh accent or something. I don't know. Maybe I need to do one. I don't know. It might just be making it Welsh. It might add to it, or it might just make it too hard. We'll have to experiment with that. Woo! Interesting. Alyssa is... How do I describe Alyssa? Alyssa's aggressive. Not necessarily loud, but... almost like a quiet, mean kind of character. Like the best example I can think of is Raven from Teen Titans. So something along the lines of that. But I potentially want to have her have a slight Scottish accent, because the main people she'll hang around is dwarves. So I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna record this and eventually just write everything down. So that's the main 4, I guess. If we're gonna look at other book characters, that would be fun. I do like Scottish accents, so the Dwarven King Thrennic Drakestone would be fun to have. Just to have a dwarven noble that he can be loudmouthed at times, but also he can be regal, I guess is the word I'm looking for. What's next? Atticus. Atticus is the father of Ethan and Nathan. I almost combined their names there for a second. But he has a twist where he doesn't talk that much because he had an injury that he managed to survive, where he was shot in the neck with an arrow. So speaking just causes pain for him. So there'd be this like weird croaking or rasp, or just it talk weird like this. Like almost non-existent. Not necessarily Gollum, but somewhere along that line. And Atticus would probably be very similar to Ethan. I think he'd be very similar to Ethan. Woo, that was a nice dodge. Mist, on the other hand, Mist, I think, is the last book character I have on this list for now. Mist Mist is supposed to be an old man who's a very powerful mage, but isn't exactly an old man. He's technically supposed to be like 28, 29, something like that. But he looks like he's Gandalf. And he's supposed to be Alyssa's teacher. So he should be fairly aggressive and hostile too. But he's probably a little... I could probably make him a little more loudmouthed than I would Alyssa. He wouldn't really have... He wouldn't really have a Scottish accent, but he lives near, like, a port city. So maybe I could get away with, like... something like maybe a Boston or like New Jersey accent, or maybe even something like some sort of New York accent. But that's going to be kind of hard. Oh, that's one to add to the list. Hang on. Here. Hang on. But we'll go down the list as I have it right now. But no, that'd be interesting to think of. What's next? With my World of Tanks playing, I'd like to have just a couple accents from different nations. So, I got Russian, German, Japanese, maybe Italian. I should probably throw British onto the list. I don't know though. I'm gonna do it anyways, just because. We're gonna go at this from range. So Russian, German, British, Italian, Japanese, maybe Italian. But now we're moving. We'll hit these other ones first, and then we'll move into the just like original D&D characters that I don't fully have stuff put together just yet. I'd like to get Sarge from Red vs. Blue. So funny. I'd love to just be able to quote lines from him, and it'd just be great. Team Fortress 2, I'd love to get Soldier and Scout. I think those two would be absolutely hilarious to do. But now onto characters I don't really have a name for. First one that's come to mind is an overly English gentleman. So, almost like a British person doing an impression of what they think an American would do for a British person's accent. So just overly nasally British accent. What else do I have? I have a different old man character that I need to figure out. So it'll just be more of my generic old man character in place of Mist. But if I'm ever playing D&D, that's the character that I want to play. Like almost like just like a grandfather or something. Almost like a grandfather. I need to figure out a name for him, because he's going to be one of the easiest ones to do. And then, I think the last one that I actually have a name for this one, because I came up with this character a while ago. This one might be the first female character I do. I don't know. I'd love to do a, like, Harley Quinn / Jinx style crazy alchemist. That's just a crazy female elven alchemist. I think that would be so funny. It's a sword dude. Okay, we should be fine. There you go. Okay. Game is distracting me a little bit, but we're fine. We're doing better than before, and I guess it's mainly because I have some notes sitting beside me. I gave it some thought before I started talking. Well, like, I guess, what are other things I'd like to do? What are other characters that I could create? I guess I need some villains. I could use some villains, I guess. Oh my gosh, there's spiders! There's so many spiders! Oh, I'm in the wrong spot. I am so in the wrong spot. Alright, Yo. Yo, look at all this stuff. Free loot, let's go! Oh, that's one of the book characters I need. I need Xeris. Xeris is supposed to... He's not necessarily a warlock, but he's probably like the closest that I can get to one. In that he's supposed to be... I can't see a thing, dude. He's supposed to be this commander of monsters. He's able to control and... Oh, I might need those. I might need that though. So here, let's just use this real quick. There you go. Resin is good to have. So many bats, dude. So Xeris Xeris is really supposed to be just this almost, I guess the best way I can describe him is almost sickly or slimy individual. So let's fast travel. So I need to put Xeris on this list. Xeris. Alright. It'd be nice to have Astrid, but if I'm throwing Zunia on there, Astrid's just Zunia, but not an alchemist. I feel like I need one more villain. Why are there so many rats chasing me? Like, dude, why? Alright, I'll take it. That works. I really feel like I should have another villain. Oh, and I should have a shopkeep that I could do. I should have a generic... Hang on. I should have a generic guard. Generic guard. D&D. Shop. Keep. D&D. The overly English gentleman could be a noble. Maybe having, like, some sort of gremlin or goblin voice would be a good one, too. I can delete that, too. Yeah, I should have some sort of gremlin. Most of these I'm gonna give names to. Oh, I just realized I should have a French accent for the World of Tanks stuff. French. So let's see here. Goblin. D&D. I guess, like, ogre. Ogre. And we're not doing a Shrek accent. No, we're not doing that. I feel like I need a Timmy accent. Just a little kid slash Timmy. Slash Timmy. What is the girl equivalent of a Timmy? What's the girl equivalent of a Timmy? because the joke is, oh no, Timmy fell down the well again. Um, what's the female equivalent of a Timmy? Because I should have a little girl that I should try to do at some point. It'd be so much fun to just steal the drunken peasant child from Odoroshi and the narrative declaration series. That'd be so fun, but it's not my character. I want to make my own characters. Oh gosh, I thought of something horrible. Oh gosh. Okay, I know I've... Gosh darn it. I know what the name... I have the name of the female version of a Timmy written down somewhere. I just can't remember what it is off the top of my head. I'm so annoyed. I hate myself for this, and I can't explain it. Gosh darn it, I'm gonna have to pull up the file. I just hope the Word document doesn't show up here. Gosh darn it. Hang on. Documents. No, not documents. It should be desktop, actually. Just, where's desktop? Desktop. Folder that says book backups, which I probably need to do again. Book 1. Story map. Don't show up on this screen, please. Don't. I've been recording, right? Okay, good. I've been recording. Story map. Cool. What chapter do I need to go to? Hang on. I'm realizing, okay, that will help me remember it so much better. Okay, hang on, there. Oh no, I might be a little too far, but I did find the name. Yeah, I have book 1 completely mapped out, and it's 50 pages on a Word document. It's over 50 pages. So it's not even, I don't even know if I should label it as the female version of a Timmy. But just, I really hate myself. Blade, if you watch this, I'm gonna have to explain myself. I'm so annoyed. Oh gosh, dude, I'm so annoyed with that. So Sophia, if I'm gonna have a little child that's a girl for a voice that I do, it's gonna be Sophia. I'm so annoyed with myself. Gosh darn it. Um,
Oh.
which is oh, dude, that's the thing. I don't think I could ever, if I ever have a daughter, I don't think I could ever name her Sophia. I don't think I could ever do it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Save. Oh, and that's in the backup copies. That's not even on the flash drive. Crap. Alright, whatever, I guess. Just. So, I mean, like, how many do I have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I have 26. I'd like to get maybe another villain or two. Well, I guess Zunia could kind of double as. Zunia and Ethan could possibly double as, like, anti heroes. So, the thing about this is, I'm putting all of these onto a wheel chart. And the goal is that if I feel like practicing a name, I'm gonna spin the wheel and try to do whatever comes up. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, if there's any other book character that would be fun and unique and easy to do, but I don't. Not that I can think of, dude. But here, let's put. And the thing is, like, I'm coming up with this list. That would give me 3 villains, and then I guess if I add one more, that would kind of make everything even, I guess. So, okay, I have 3 villains that I can add. I'm not gonna name names though. Mm, I'm not gonna name names because I don't want. Again, I want to write a book. I don't want to have a book written and then I get it published and then have a YouTube video from years before spoil everything. I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to tell you the names, but they're essentially major villains in my story, in the grand story, and they are shapeshifters. But I'm going to go with, like, the main body that they choose to be. That's like in my book, the shapeshifters are gonna have a soul body that they prefer to be the majority of the time, and it might change every couple hundred years. But there will just be a soul body that they choose to be. So I'll get to assign accents to those. But that should put me at like 30 now, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29. Let's get one more, and then we'll call it a night. Um, I'm not going to use the overly English gentleman as my noble. That one's going to be a funny throwaway character if I need it. Um, hmm. Gosh, what's the region? I should know the region. Um, I guess like I'm gonna get this so wrong, and I'm gonna be butchered in the years to come. Um, but like the in the Balkan area of Europe, where vampires are normally from, like the Transylvania area and stuff like that. I think like I'm pretty sure that there's either like a region or a city or a town named Vlachia that's down around there. So, but like I don't want to just say Austrian because that's going to be really offensive because I don't think it's Austrian. Um, so I'm going to put Balkan noble slash vampire. That way I can have an excuse to just go blah blah blah. There, I have 20. Sweet. Oh, I just realized I'm gonna have to blur part of that. That's fine. That's whatever. Um, maybe I could go through and come up with names for these guys later. But I want to give each of them a name, except for the specific ones, like Sarge, Soldier, and Scout. Those ones, those ones aren't going to get names because those aren't my characters. I just want to do those. Um, man, I think that's all I want to do tonight. I've actually rambled a lot more on this one than I thought I would. So that one's going to probably be a longer ramble. Nice. Um, yeah, I haven't figured out outros yet. So I really need to figure out an old man name. That's like the first one I want to do. Old man. All right. Yeah, haven't figured out outros. We'll figure it out later.